Hello everyone and welcome to Sunday. As I try desperately to get around this thing.
It's hard, isn't it?
It is, well, it's very large. It's very, very large. We just finished doing the first ever tabletop stream, the first ever puzzle stream, and we did pretty good. I mean, like this is after 4 hours of work, and we're all kind of estimating that maybe there's another 2 hours remaining.
I think I found what the spire goes, Haley. I think it goes on top of this one.
But there's other ones like that that don't.
We'll look
have
at it
either.
later. There's a piece that broke off somewhere.
We're
Maybe.
Maybe.
slowly but surely learning things,
Because when you look at them,
little by little.
I could be wrong.
Kep's
Figure it out.
just
We'll
been
figure
passed
it
out
out.
for a while. Anyway, so
Can I get yours?
we didn't quite finish, so we're gonna try and
I'm just wondering if it'll...
finish another time in the near future. And this stream was 4 hours. The next one, it's not gonna take us 4 hours to finish that, but it was fun. This has been very stressful because setting up all this stuff, and actually when I filmed this last night, I didn't have the lights and stuff set up. So these are Amaran 200Xs with Light Dome 2s from Aperture, and they lit everything real good. It's nice soft light because the softboxes are huge.
I didn't feel blinded at any
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, it's very different than what we have upstairs. It's producing probably roughly the same amount of light, if not a little more, but it's softer, which is more tolerable when it's in your face for a while. But yeah, everything went well. Had to adjust some stuff on the fly because I didn't have a whole lot of time to test the audio stuff. But I think everyone enjoyed themselves, and probably most importantly enjoyed the fact that there's a new stream type, and I'm happy about that. So we will come back to this. And now our dining room looks like this, and that's fine. Is that good? You like that? He says, yeah. You're gonna have to put some more food in the auto feeder because it's blinking red. We're gonna have to make sure we do that for tomorrow, because we're going to be gone. It is many, many hours later, and I am impressed or maybe horrified that I did not take a nap today. I needed one, but I did not. But I am going to bed at a good time. I'm going to be able to get some sleep tonight, and that's good, because tomorrow is actually going to be huge too. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to take a moment to reflect one more time now that it's been some hours. To reflect on the stream from today. I'm happy. I'm happy that after all these years, we actually have a second setup, to do this sort of thing. We have done streams in various other places. We've done streams in the kitchen. But since we started doing streaming in 2018, we've always had one dedicated space for this. And the ideas and things that we have had have often exceeded that space. So the fact that we have, for the first time ever, another dedicated space for it is really incredible to me. And I'm grateful for it, but also I'm aware that it's going to take a little bit to get everything in order. For instance, I knew that room was an echoey mess because it's just a big boxy room and there's nothing in there. And there's quite a few people on the stream today that were like, echo's really bad. And I'm like, well, that I know, I'm sure of that. But these are things that we'll just fix iteratively, as time goes on. But for right now, I'm just trying to bask in the knowledge that there is a room that has equipment that is standalone equipment that is separate from upstairs, that we can go and we can hit a button and we can do a completely different stream type. I've talked before about how one of the big mental hurdles to doing the kind of, this thing for a living is setup time. And when you have repeated setup time, it eats away at you like you would not believe. It's one of the difficulties of, doing any particular type of content, is that you get things set up, and then if you want to change it and it requires 20 or 30 minutes setup time, you don't want to do it. And that would be even worse for this. I mean, if we had to completely haul everything from upstairs, downstairs, and reset it up, and then do it again in reverse, we would never do this. We just wouldn't do it. It's so much trouble. So the fact that there's another space for it, like my big takeaway for today is that we did it. We did a stream, and we had Alex and Haley's help, and my God, we could not have done it without them. I mean, they really, they helped us not only put together a puzzle, but also entertain folks for 4 hours. And, I'm just very grateful that we can do it. Did you finish eating? You didn't do super good. So, of course, sometimes he does this, and then he'll sniff it and be like, well, I'll have a little more. And then sometimes he covers it up. I don't know. He normally does eventually eat it all. He just sometimes doesn't eat all in one go. Anyway, I'm done talking about that, but I'm happy. I don't know when the next stream is going to be. We didn't finish the puzzle today, so I'll probably talk to Alex and Haley maybe next Sunday. We'll try and wrap it up. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm grateful that we were able to do that today. Yeah, and actually, not all the equipment standalone. There's a few things that I am borrowing from other things in the house, but I'm also borrowing because I don't know what we really need yet. So, I mean, one of them is the kitchen table. The kitchen table is gone. So that obviously long term can't stay over there, but we need to figure out is the specifics of what we need before we can just buy something. I want to know exactly what we need in that space. So we're working on it. It's going to take just a little time. So now before I end off this vlog, I'll tell you why we need to put food in Kepler's feeder. And that is because tomorrow we are taking a trip ultimately back to Myrtle Beach. We're gonna be back in Myrtle Beach tomorrow night, but we're stopping off at lunchtime to the McLeod Children's Hospital in Florence, South Carolina. This is the children's hospital that we raise money for every year with Extra Life, and also that we're raising money for Extra Life coming up in 20 days on October 29th. So I am excited. We have not been there since pre-pandemic. When we last went, we took a tour, and I filmed a bunch of stuff and cut it into a vlog. And I suspect that that'll kind of be what happens tomorrow as well. I'll take a camera and we'll probably, shoot that sort of thing. But yeah, that I'm looking forward to doing that. That's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be a big day because we have to drive to Florence, which is 2.5 hours. And then from Florence to Myrtle Beach is 90 minutes. And then from Myrtle Beach home, it's another 2.5 hours. So we have a lot of time in the car tomorrow. We have a lot of time in the car tomorrow.
We're going to go past Buc-ee's.
We're going to go past Buc-ee's. And what?
South of the border.
We're not going to south of the border. Tomorrow, of all days, would be the worst day to go to. We're very, very busy tomorrow. Anyway, so I'm going to end it there. I really do have to get some sleep. But thank you all so much for watching. If you were part of today's stream, I sincerely appreciate it. Over time, we'll get things, even more figured out. But as a start to this sort of thing, I think it went pretty well.
Did you show my Kepler prevention device?
Your Kepler prevention device?
Yeah, because this is definitely something Kepler would shoot.
Oh, yeah.
So, and this box here, this is all the roof pieces we didn't really touch.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all the pieces that are together.
Yeah.
And then that bowl is some that we didn't also touch.
Sure.
And then in here.
Yeah. Incredible.
Awesome.
Kepler prevention device. Oh, here he comes. It's like, what do we got going on?
This is just perfect for a Kepler bite out of.
Yeah. Beautiful, Mel.
Thank you.
Anyway, this is a lot of equipment, but we were also we're trying some new things too, right? So that's part of it, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with trying some new stuff. and hopefully we'll find out what works and what doesn't, and try and make some difference. But the biggest thing, single-handedly, the biggest thing this room needs is for the room to not sound like this. We'll work on it. I should take this camera tomorrow, actually. I should take the FX3 if we're gonna, truly film something at the hospital. I think that would be nice. I'll make sure I charge the batteries. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?